I am so excited to be here. That was an amazing entrance. I feel like I'm coming down the runway and I am here. Okay. This has been a great morning, you all. I am so really the energy, just everything has been so good. So I am excited to be here with y'all. We are all wearing our blue. We are looking fabulous. And y'all, my slides are blue. So we are so in alignment today. When y'all see my slides, we are in this blue together, coming up with this confidence and everything. So thank you for that amazing entrance, Sonia. I've enjoyed you all so much and hearing from you. So I'm looking forward to our discussion and I want to hear more from you all in the chat. So let me go ahead and share my slides with you all and we are going to get going in our discussion. All right, so as you see, there's my blue. I'm coming in with it, right? So we've been talking about controlling fear today. And I want to share with you all how you can control your fear and then be able to lead with bold confidence and grow that confidence as we go throughout our discussion today. So when you see this quote right here, how does this resonate with you? What comes up when you first read this quote? What thoughts come to mind? Go ahead and type that into the chat. I know when I first see this quote, I think about, we've been talking about this today too, getting uncomfortable, being uncomfortable. And at first I'm like, that doesn't feel good. But you know what I think about when I first see this? I think about, y'all know we have that beautiful pair of shoes that we absolutely love to wear. But after a little while, what happens to those shoes? They hurt our feet, right? We are uncomfortable with that discomfort. Yes, but we want to look good. And so when we think about being bold and pushing ourselves, that means getting past our thoughts. We talked about limiting beliefs. We're going to talk about all those things that come to mind when we think about being uncomfortable. But when we get uncomfortable, that's really where we start to grow. I know I love the chat coming in. Yes, living our lives, not letting things hold us back. Scary, stretchable assignments. Yes. And it does. It's easier said than done. It definitely is. But when we think about that and allow ourselves to really get uncomfortable, the doors that open up for us, the opportunities that open up for us are absolutely amazing. And sometimes that's when the best things happen to us when we are uncomfortable, when we're outside of our comfort zone and we're allowing ourselves to grow. Because that's right. If we don't get uncomfortable, we become stagnant. We don't grow. We stay the same. And so then we may start getting stuck and then we're not living in our purpose. I love these. I love what's coming up into the chat. Y'all are right on that. And that's exactly what happens. But sometimes though, when we think about getting uncomfortable, what comes up? Fear. I saw scary in the chat, right? And challenges and all of those come. And what is fear? Fear is that unpleasant emotion that usually we start feeling when we maybe perceive a danger or a threat or a challenge or something that we haven't done before. So I want y'all to think about, I'm going to share with y'all a couple of things. Ask yourself and reflect on these questions. What limiting beliefs are you holding on to? We all have them. Reflect for a moment and think about what is a limiting belief that is showing up for you, that shows up time and time again. Think about that for a minute. I know when Lisette was speaking a little while ago, she said her limiting belief is not being enough. And that's when it comes up for us a lot, right? That really does come up for us. When we're in those limiting beliefs, then we allow those, that fear sets in and it can hold us back. Think about vulnerability. We've talked about that a lot today too, haven't we? We are definitely all prone to not wanting to be vulnerable at times, right? We get scared, especially at work. I know it shows up a lot at work because we don't want people around us to see us being vulnerable, right? We don't want to fail. See it coming in. We're not worthy of the good things happening to us. Yes, that's a big one. We see the evidence, all those things. Oh my goodness, I'm loving these. Also, self-sabotage. What do y'all think about that? Has anyone ever self-sabotaged because we were scared of what could happen? The possibilities, the blessings, the things that could come about. Maybe at work, maybe it's that promotion. Maybe we get highlighted in front of the team. Maybe we get extra benefits, things like that come around. So we self-sabotage ourselves. We don't, as someone spoke about earlier, let our light shine. Are you hiding that light because of fear? Because you don't want to stand out? You're allowing that limiting belief to say, you know what? You're okay over there in that corner. You don't need to speak up. You don't need to say anything. You don't need to share your ideas. Just get over there, put your head down, work hard, do what you're supposed to do. Don't brag. So many times I hear that with my clients. Well, I don't wanna brag. If you did something wonderful, celebrate that success. That is gonna take away that fear. That's gonna fight that fear. And when we can stop doing these things, we can push fear to the side. Now, of course, y'all are saying, yeah, it's easy to talk about it, right? We could say it all day. But when we're in it and we're in those situations, it's hard. It is really hard to do that, to push through, to figure out how can we do that and think about what is it going to happen. Many times it shows up this way. We have all probably heard the imposter syndrome, right? And fear often leads to imposter syndrome. And imposter syndrome is doubting your ability. So these are just some of the ones. But when y'all look at this list, so I'm saying y'all, I'm from Atlanta, I'm from the South. But when you look at this list, what comes up? Which one of these have you said to yourself or find yourself saying or thinking at times or experienced? I definitely know that I'm not deserving, right? I won't be accepted. Yes, yes. I only succeeded at this. It was a coincidence, or it just happened. But what? You put in that work, right? You put in that work. You put in that effort. You have your talents. You have your strengths. You're qualified. I'm a fraud. Yes, I hear that a lot as well when I'm talking with my clients. What if they find out I'm a fraud? You get a promotion, or you get something that happens to me. What if they think I don't know a lot? That can happen as well. I don't belong here. You belong where you want to be. If you are there and your abilities, the things have got you there, you belong there. And don't let anybody tell you you don't. What if you're feeling all that? Go with it. Go with it. And remember, because when you allow that uncontrolled fear, it can cause you to miss opportunities. It can stunt your growth. It can increase your stress. I remember earlier in our networking session, Deborah mentioned how she left that job without having another job. Deborah, I felt you because I experienced that too. I left a job without having another job because that job was toxic, and I realized it was limiting me and it was causing me to doubt myself. If you find yourself in a situation, or whether it's a job or whatever it may be, environment where it's not serving you and it's causing you stress and causing you to doubt yourself, then it's time to ask yourself, is this thing serving my purpose? Is it allowing me to show up as my authentic, confident self, or is it making me settle? And I want you all to really think about that, because that's when we start to be able then to make changes. And so we all know that we've all said all these things here. So how can we combat these things? How can we defeat that imposter syndrome? Well, we have to control our fear, and we have to make the impact that we were put here to make by focusing on these factors. I'll spend a lot of time when I'm working with my clients on focusing on your strengths. I love doing these activities with my clients because the strengths, when you start thinking about that, and I love it, it really challenges me when I have a client that says, oh, I don't have that many strengths, or, I just got the basic strengths, then they name off the basic things everybody talks about. And so as they start talking, I start asking them questions, and then these other strengths start showing up. And I say, see, look, you said you didn't have any strengths. Now look at this list, this amazing list. And I would advise, I want all of you, make a list. Make a list of your strengths. Think about all the wonderful, amazing things you have been doing in your life. And think about too, I have to ask this question, how would your friends or how would other people describe you? And when you think about that, other strengths will come up as well. Because we are able to experience so many positive outcomes and personal growth when we are able to control our fear. Learn from those mistakes. Mistakes do not define us. They are opportunities for us to grow. When I speak with some of the leaders that I coach, and we're all human, right? So we're going to make mistakes. That's part of life. But how can we grow from them? I say sit in it for a little bit. Allow yourself to go through that emotion. That's normal. That's human. So we don't bottle it up. But after you sit in it for a little while, see how you can learn from it. What lessons? How can I be better next time? What could I do differently next time if this does happen so that I don't get stuck in this? And then having that healthy response to failure. That's where vulnerability comes up. And when you think about it's okay to fail, being vulnerable to fail. If you're a leader at work and leading a team, I know that, but Taylor brought that out earlier about how she's leading a team and the challenges that she experiences around that. And so she's going to make some mistakes at times, right? But how she's learning from those mistakes so she can be a better leader. And that's all what we want to do, to sit in that emotion, learn from it, and then think about how we can continue to grow. Now, I love visualize success. I don't know if y'all are vision boards, like to do vision boards or all of that. I love a good vision board. I love, using, I'm a sticker person. I like stickers. My husband says you're a 40-something-year-old woman playing with stickers. But I say, hey, I enjoy it, right? I like that. And so I like to visualize my success, map it out. What is your vision of success? So many times we're going after other people's vision of success for us. But I challenge you, what does your vision of success look like? And then see how your actions and what you're doing and how you are living your life right now is aligned with your vision of success. And if you discover in that process that you are not living your vision of success, rewrite it. It's your vision. Make it so that it's something you want, and then align your life and your decisions to do that and live that way. And then celebrate your success. Ladies, I know y'all like to have a good time, right? Happy hour, going out for girls' dinners, girls' trip, going to visit the vineyard, whatever it may be. Those are fun times to celebrate. And also include those successes. It doesn't have to be a huge, big success. Promotions, all that. Celebrate that stuff. But you know what? Maybe I finished everything on my to-do list, and maybe I cleared every single email out of my inbox this week. Celebration. Let's celebrate. I was able to clear all my emails like yesterday, so I went out last night and got me a bottle of wine. I'm going to enjoy that this afternoon, right? So let's celebrate those successes. If you have a favorite drink, a favorite tea, taking a bubble bath, all that stuff, do those things. Maybe it's just calling up someone, chatting on the phone. Maybe you're not always able to go out, but just doing those things, giving yourself that self-care time, all of those things are going to help build you up and help really do that. And that last thing on the slide, concern yourself with giving your best, not just being the best. And that resonated so much with me when I heard you all speaking earlier about it's not always about being the best, because guess what? There's always somebody smarter. Obviously the grass is a little greener on the other side. There's always going to be somebody that knows more than me. So that's always going to be there. I'm going to believe in me. What is my best? And that's what I want to be proud of. And when you start focusing on you and the things that you can control, then you're able to control and do the things that are going to support you, things that are going to build you up and push that water and push that fear. I was reading the chat about the watering your grass theory. So yes, it's all about watering your grass. I love that. And so being able to concern yourself with your best, not in comparison to the next person, but in comparison to you, is going to help you to go further. And really, I heard others talk about this too, mindset. Mindset is so important when we want to control our fear and grow our confidence. And I'm going to describe each of these mindsets, and then I want everybody to enter in the chat which mindset you find yourself in right now. So when we talk about a fixed mindset, usually when we're in that fixed mindset, we believe that our intelligence, our abilities, and our talents are fixed traits that cannot be changed. And usually people in a fixed mindset, they're going to view those challenges as threats to their intelligence, and they're going to avoid them at all costs. And when they fail, they're usually going to blame that lack of intelligence or ability instead of seeing it as an opportunity to grow. So that's that fixed mindset. When we talk about a growth mindset, what are we talking about? Well, when we're operating in a growth mindset, we believe that our intelligence, our abilities, and our talents, we can develop those through effort and through dedication. And we see challenges as opportunities to learn and to grow. And we're not afraid to fail when we're operating in that growth mindset. And when we do fail, we see it as a chance to learn from that mistake and improve. Now, let me throw the abundance mindset at you. When you are operating in an abundant mindset, you believe that there are enough resources and opportunities for everybody. We can all win. We're not afraid of competition, and we see success of others as an inspiration. And you're generous with your time, you're generous with your knowledge, and you're generous with your resources. So which mindset do you feel that you're operating in right now? Is that fixed mindset? Is it that growth mindset or an abundant mindset? And you may be across them. I know I'm trying to in the middle between that growth and that abundance. But where do you find yourself? Yeah, I love it. I see you coming into the chat. I feel like some abundance is coming through. Yes, growth. Growth bordering on abundance. Yes, I love it. All of them. Okay, Lauren. Fluctuate between the both. Yes, mostly in growth. And I love to see that. And just reminding ourselves that, and I love that, Terry, self-awareness and reflection daily. Yes. Because when we're in that, we're constantly growing, right? We're individuals, we're going through things. So we can fluctuate at times. But I love how you all are I'm seeing that you're really in that middle, the growth or that abundance, going back and forth between those. And that's really, really where we want to be, because that's going to help us again to be able to continue to grow, to be able to open ourselves up to learn, not be afraid to fail. But when we do that, we learn and we keep on going. And when we're in that abundant mindset, we're helping each other. We all want to see each other succeed. There is a room full of amazing people here in this group today, and I have enjoyed so much hearing you all and just seeing the love, seeing the clapping, the chat, all of that. We are here to support each other. And that is another big factor in helping control that fear and build that confidence, is having that support around us to support each other. And that's one thing that I have experienced seeing this group, is the love and support that you all give to one another. And that is absolutely amazing. And I want you to clap and share on each other and love on each other for that, because that is amazing to have a space where you can come and feel safe to share, be vulnerable, and support each other. Because I'm sure when we leave this meeting, every one of us is going to be on fire. We're going to be confident on 1,000, and we're going to feel great. And that's really what it's all about. So when you think about confidence, I'm going to share a couple of different definitions of confidence to see which maybe one that resonates with you. I really liked feeling self-assured, that coming from your appreciation of your abilities and qualities. I really love that. Feeling sure of yourself in a realistic way, a really a sure way. Because sometimes when we think about confidence, people say it's arrogant, but it's not. It's not that way. We know that let's see the difference when we are able to really live in our confidence. When we have those fearful thoughts or those negative thoughts come up into our mind, reframe. And that's one exercise that I really talk about when I'm coaching, is reframing those thoughts when they come up. And we don't always have to make them into a positive. It can sometimes be hard to do that. But really you can make it a neutral thought. So then we become more prone to think and behave more confidently. And that's what we want to do. Our thoughts, the mindset that goes along with the mindset, is so important to have that and to be in that space, because when we're able to turn those negative and fearful thoughts again into the positive and neutral thoughts, we're going to show up more confidently. We're going to show up more authentically. We're going to be ourselves, and we're going to operate in a way that's going to really help us to push that fear out the door, that imposter syndrome, get out of here, and welcome confidence and bring that in. Now, I'm going to say this as you all read this. You are worthy, you are deserving, and you are enough. And I'm going to say it one more time for the people in the cheap seat. You are worthy, you are deserving, and you are enough. Remember that. If you need to put it on a sticky, put it somewhere where you can see it, or maybe you have some other affirmations or things that you repeat to yourself, that you tell yourself, do that. Discover your unique gifts and boldly share them with the world. God gave us wonderful qualities that are unique to each and every one of us. And we are here to share them with each other. Don't let anyone tell you that your gift isn't worthy to share. We all have something we can share that's going to make the world a better place and help us to know that we are confident to be able to show that. We don't have to hide it. Because we talked about earlier about confident leaders. They are made, and you're one of them. You don't take anything away from today. Remember that you are enough and you are deserving. And that is going to increase that confidence. And you're not going to have any room for fear to step in. So I want to challenge you all today. And I want you to think about what is one thing that you will do today to control your fear and begin living in confidence. What is your one intrepid goal? Let's bring it home. What is that audacious, fearless, bold thing that you can do today to control that fear and start living in confidence today? Think about that, write it down, put it in your planner. I'm a planner girl too. If you have a sticky note, if you like to do it in your phone, all of that. Write that down. And as you go into the last week of September, next week, as you go into that, start operating in that space. Begin doing that one thing. And you can make a whole list. Go ahead, and if you add some more things to it as you go, but just start small. Start with that one thing. It's going to help you control your fear. Because we all have something. There's something within each and every one of us that, it kind of comes up for us sometimes, that limiting belief that we have to push back. Some of the things that are associated with imposter syndrome, all of those things that are coming up. But I want you to be able to see how you can control that and begin living in your confidence. How can you be bold? What does that look like? And I want you to, and then after the end of next week, a week from now, I want you to celebrate that. Celebrate what you did, how you began living in your confidence next week. I want to hear a lot of wine glasses clicking next week, a lot of teas, a lot of bubble baths, whatever, maybe going to that spa, whatever it is, getting that massage, getting that facial, going to buy that pair of shoes you've been looking at, or that purse, whatever's going to make you, what makes you feel good, what makes you feel confident. I used to always hear the expression, our grandparents had that fine china sitting in the cabinet and we only brought it on special occasions. Well, you know what? I'm going to use that fine china during the week because we need to use that, right? We don't know what's promised, but let's enjoy it right now, right? Let's enjoy the things, do the things that make us feel good, that make us feel special. And that's going to build our confidence. So you all, it was so great talking to you. I enjoyed sharing this with you. Connect with me. These are some ways you can reach out to me and we can connect together and continue this confidence. I love this because the things I do now, I get to talk about confidence all day with my clients, and I really appreciate that. And it's so much fun. And I just seeing the impact, seeing one person change something within themselves to really help them to show up as a confident, brilliant individual so they can lead and show up as their authentic, confident self is absolutely amazing. And I want all of that for each and every one of you. So go out there and continue to be great, and continue to be amazing.